What's up, guys and gals? SoCal Bigfoot here. Sasquatch, talk, stories, whatnot. I'll tell you guys my strange experience I had recently camping out here in the Angeles National Forest. As you can see, the forest. It is beautiful out here. And I recently backpacked and did an overnight at this campground by Cooper Canyon Falls, maybe half a mile from there. Little makeshift campground, and we hiked in at night, which is a lot of people say don't advise doing, just because it's dangerous. And we got down to where we camped out maybe like at 10 p.m. or so. So obviously it was completely dark, and we set up camp, did everything, started a fire, which apparently was illegal for us to do. It has to be in a fire ring or something like that. Some people get pissed off at me about that. Well, anyways, we sat there and chit-chatted and talked about, missing people, UFO stories, ghost stories, and then, I started talking about the David Paulides stuff and the missing people and all the strange disappearances in the forest. And from there, I got paranoid there for a second. Started talking about all the strange disappearances. So we stayed up chit-chatting till maybe about 3 o'clock in the morning, went to sleep, and around 4 o'clock, I heard what sounded like, I thought it was a bear, and, I don't think my camping partner, I don't think he heard it. And if you could tell, like, it was exactly like this. It was just flat here, and then the hill went up that way, and then the trail was on the top there. So I heard what sounded like a bipedal walking on 2 feet. At first I thought maybe it's a bear, but it clearly came down, walked towards us, walked around our camp. Now this is around 4 o'clock in the morning, 4:30 in the morning, so there was no sunlight. And the likelihood of someone hiking in the dark there, specifically for that, I really doubt it. So it walked around our camp, walked around a fire, and then moved our fire. And obviously it was already burned out, but it like moved it, walked around. I could tell it stood in front of his tent, which was like to my left, and my tent was here. And then it walked towards my tent, and then it walked away from me a little bit, maybe like 40 feet, 50 feet, and then it walked right back up the hill. I thought it was a bear, but you could hear the crunches, like just one, two, one, two. And it didn't freak me out, it didn't scare me. But I sat there and I was like, what the fuck is it? What could it be? Now, I did some research, and I talked to some people that obviously have backpacked a lot more than I have. I mean, that was my first time at overnight, and they could have said that could have been a mountain lion. They make really subtle noises, could be confused for a human. And the other one that a lot of people told me is a raccoon. So a lot of people mentioned that raccoons sound like humans walking, and that sometimes they walk up on their two hind legs. So that's another thing to think about. Maybe sometimes we confuse the noises or walking for maybe a raccoon. Well, I never really shared it with my, camping partner, and I did tell him it sounded like a bear came into our campground and walked around. But I don't know. It was really strange, really weird. Can't wait. Can't wait to go out again and see, if anything happens. This time I'll get up and I'll record in the night, and I'll say like, hey, it sounds like something walking around my camp. Maybe talking about the missing people and strange occurrences in the forest might have heightened my experience, but it was pretty cool. Not actually out there researching Bigfoot or looking for it, Sasquatch, but I had a strange experience. Maybe it was raccoon, maybe it was a bear, maybe it was a mountain lion, maybe it was a weirdo walking out there trying to scare us, or maybe it was Bigfoot. Take in the beauty, guys and gals. Anyways, thanks for watching. Make sure you guys and gals subscribe, and keep on pumping out these videos about my thoughts and opinions and whatnot, and stories. I may start covering some stories, maybe even some strange missing people, or even UFO stories or ghost stories. Just not keep it on the Bigfoot Sasquatch thing. Well, thanks for watching. Enjoy the videos and enjoy the views. I really am in the middle of fucking nowhere today. If you guys can tell, but I came up from somewhere down that way. There's an old abandoned campground over here, and this is where I'm at. I've been there, up there before too, and behind me are some other mountains, so I'm really in the middle of nowhere here. But it's beautiful. Thanks for watching, guys and gals.